Diego Chico Corrales remains one of the most electrifying names in the history of boxing. Known for his relentless warrior spirit, devastating punching power, and unforgettable fights, especially his legendary 2005 war with José Luis Castillo, Corrales became a symbol of grit and determination. Even though his life was tragically cut short in 2007, his legacy continues to inspire new generations of fighters and fans alike. As of now, Corrales' net worth is estimated at around $2.5 million posthumously. While he was alive, he earned millions through fight purses, endorsements, and pay-per-view bonuses, but much of it was spent on lifestyle, family, and at times, legal troubles. Still, his estate, royalties from televised fights, documentaries, and merchandise sales keep his legacy financially alive. His net worth today reflects not only his career earnings, but also the enduring commercial value of his name in boxing history. Early life. Diego Corrales was born on August 25, 1977, in Sacramento, California. He was the son of Diego Corrales Sr. of Colombian descent and Maria Corrales, who came from Mexican-American background. This diverse cultural upbringing gave Diego a unique identity that he carried with him inside and outside the ring. His father was largely absent in his early years, and Diego's mother became the central figure in his life, working tirelessly to support her children. Growing up in Sacramento wasn't easy. Corrales was exposed to gangs, violence, and the challenges of poverty at a young age. He often spoke about how boxing saved his life from the streets. He discovered boxing at around the age of 13, when a local coach saw him getting into fights and suggested that he channel his aggression into the ring. Corrales had siblings, though he rarely spoke publicly about them, preferring to keep his family life private. His focus on boxing was so intense that his teenage years revolved almost entirely around training, competing in the amateurs, and staying away from destructive influences. In terms of education, Corrales attended local schools in Sacramento, but did not pursue higher education formally. Instead, he invested himself in the School of Boxing, quickly becoming one of the brightest amateur prospects in California. His amateur record was stellar, 105 wins and 12 losses, which set the foundation for his professional journey. Personal life. Diego Corrales' personal life was as dramatic and eventful as his professional one. He was known to be deeply passionate, but sometimes that passion led to turbulent relationships and personal struggles. Corrales married Michelle Corrales, who would later play a significant role in managing aspects of his career. Together, they had 3 children, Diego Jr., Ty, and Dahlia. Diego was known to be a devoted father, often speaking about how his children motivated him to push harder in his fights. Despite his flaws, his family described him as warm, loving, and protective. After divorcing Michelle, Corrales married Maria, his second wife, with whom he shared a deep relationship until his untimely death. In terms of religion, Corrales was a man of faith, though not overtly vocal about it. Raised in a Catholic household, due to his Hispanic background, he often prayed before fights and credited God for giving him the strength to endure battles both inside and outside the ring. Aside from boxing, Corrales also pursued small business ventures. He dabbled in local promotions and supported youth boxing programs in Sacramento. He was passionate about giving back to young fighters, often visiting gyms to talk to kids about avoiding the streets and dedicating themselves to sports. Professional career. Diego Corrales' professional boxing career was nothing short of spectacular. He turned pro in 1996, immediately showcasing his knockout power and fearless style. Standing at 5 feet 10 inches with a 70-inch reach, he was unusually tall for a super featherweight and lightweight, giving him both reach and leverage advantages. Rise to stardom. Corrales quickly built an undefeated record, going 33-0 with 27 knockouts by the time he fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. in 2001. That fight, which took place in Las Vegas, was one of the biggest bouts of his career. Though Corrales was dominated and eventually stopped by Mayweather in the 10th round, the fight elevated his profile. He became known as a fearless warrior who never backed down. Championship glory. Corrales held multiple world titles in 2 weight classes. Super featherweight, 130 pounds, capturing the IBF title and defending it against top competition. Lightweight, 135 pounds, winning the WBO and WBC titles, cementing his reputation as one of the best lightweights of his generation. His defining moment came on May 7, 2005, in what is often called the greatest lightweight fight in history. Corrales versus José Luis Castillo. Corrales was knocked down twice in the 10th round, but came back to stop Castillo in one of boxing's most thrilling comebacks. That fight was named Fight of the Year by multiple outlets, and Corrales' performance became legendary. Later career and struggles. Corrales' career also had setbacks. After his victory over Castillo, he faced weight issues, injuries, and the controversies surrounding failed rematches with Castillo, who struggled to make weight. Corrales later moved up to 140 pounds and even fought at welterweight, but success was limited. His final fight was against Joshua Clottey in April 2007, just weeks before his death. Corrales' final professional record: 40 wins, 33 by knockout, 5 losses. House tour and car collection. During his peak, Diego Corrales enjoyed the fruits of his hard work. He owned a modern home in Las Vegas, Nevada, where he relocated to be close to the fight capital of the world. His house featured a spacious living room, personal gym, and a trophy room displaying his championship belts, gloves, and memorabilia from his career. Corrales also had a passion for cars. Among his collection were Harley-Davidson motorcycle, his favorite ride, which tragically became part of his death; Cadillac Escalade, a staple for many fighters in the early 2000s; BMW M3, sleek and stylish, reflecting his taste for speed; Mercedes-Benz S-Class, which he often drove to big events. Though not the most extravagant collector in boxing, Corrales valued speed and performance. Friends noted his love for motorcycles was both thrilling and dangerous, a passion that sadly contributed to his demise. College career. Unlike some athletes who balance sports with higher education, Corrales did not have a college career. His life trajectory was set firmly on boxing from an early age. By the time his peers were entering college, Corrales was already fighting as a professional, earning purses and chasing championships. Instead of classrooms, his college was the boxing gym, sparring against seasoned fighters, studying tape, and perfecting his craft. This lack of college background didn't hinder his success, but it highlighted his singular dedication to the sport that defined his entire identity. Cause of death. Tragedy struck on May 7th, 2007, exactly 2 years to the day after his greatest triumph against Castillo. Corrales died in a motorcycle accident in Las Vegas at the age of 29. Reports revealed that Corrales was speeding on his 2007 Suzuki GSX R1000 when he lost control and crashed into a car. He was not wearing a helmet, and his blood alcohol level was found to be more than 3 times the legal limit. His death shocked the boxing world. Tributes poured in from fans, fellow fighters, and promoters who described him as a warrior taken far too soon. The timing of his passing, on the anniversary of his greatest victory, added a haunting layer of symbolism to his story. Corrales left behind his wife, children, and a community that cherished his fighting spirit. His funeral was attended by many figures from the boxing world, and he was posthumously honored for his contributions to the sport. As of today, Diego Corrales' legacy remains untouchable. His fight with Castillo is replayed and studied as one of the greatest examples of resilience in boxing history. Young fighters look up to him as the embodiment of never giving up, no matter how dire the situation looks. Documentaries, highlight reels, and anniversary specials continue to celebrate his life. Corrales was more than a boxer. He was a symbol of redemption, heart, and the will to fight against the odds. Though his flaws and personal struggles were many, they only humanized him further, making his story relatable to fans around the world. Diego Chico Corrales lived a life that was as fierce and intense as the battles he fought in the ring. From a tough childhood in Sacramento to world championship glory, from moments of scandal to moments of triumph. His story is one of perseverance and passion. Though he passed away at just 29, his name lives on in the annals of boxing history. His net worth today reflects his lasting commercial and cultural impact, while his legacy as one of boxing's greatest warriors ensures he will never be forgotten. Corrales' life is a reminder of the fragility of human existence, but also the enduring power of courage, determination, and heart.